Hey everybody, I'm Darlene Stanley with Hasten International Mission, and today I just got this special thing that is on my heart that I want to share with you guys. My husband and I were missionary evangelists. We've been all over the world preaching the gospel, as many of you already know, but just in case for those of you watching for the first time, 30 countries now, we've been preaching the gospel. God has just given us a heart consistently for the nations of the world. And directly our focus has been on unreached people groups. Well, the nation that has so much grabbed our heart and attention is Nepal. And years ago, my husband and I first stepped foot there, and it's been about 5 years now since we first went to this amazing, amazing nation. And it's so mountainous, it's so beautiful, it's so small, and it sits in between China and India, directly south of it. And little did I know when we first went to this amazing place how much of our future would be connected to this nation. And ever since we've been there, God has been consistently just growing a vision in Dustin and I's heart for these people and for these kids. And about a couple of years ago now, God started birthing something in me for the children of this nation. And for years, we have been praying and believing for our kids, and we know they're coming. But we've been in so much faith for it, and during that time, God has been speaking to me about our children that are coming, but also about spiritual children. And I've been trying to understand it for years, but it's just one of those mysteries, you know, Isaiah 54. Single bear one who is not born, for your children will be more than the one who is with her husband. And I'm like, okay, God. He just keeps speaking that to me over and over again. And one day in this meeting, I was in a church service, and this is kind of one of the heights of what he was been speaking to me about. And I just felt like God was about to birth something in me new. And we've been doing outreaches in this nation. We've been seeing people touched, set free from demonic oppression. I mean, just a lot of stuff. And I was like, I feel like there's more. There's still more to do, and there's more that God's gonna do through us. And I went on my knees in this altar. I just felt like God just was about to speak to me something heavy. Little did I know how heavy it was gonna be. I get in that altar and I hear this, my spirit inside of me, just internally, I hear the voice of God say, I want you to save my babies. Save my babies. And it was a plead from God himself saying, Darlene, I need that mothering heart in you to save these children who are being ignored, who are being overlooked, and who are downcast and forgotten. And he says, I want you to save the ones that nobody else wants. I want you to save the ones that nobody knows about, that nobody cares about, the forgotten ones. Well, many of you even watching this video right now may not even know where Nepal is, which is proof that so many of these children are forgotten. And the reason why they're forgotten is because it's not put out there for the world to know about. But thousands of miles of unpatrolled borders between Nepal and India, and somewhere around 10 to 20,000 kids annually are being trafficked from this nation. And I realize why God is speaking this so clearly to people who are stepping foot on the ground there. It's for us to represent the need and this job to you guys. And if we can do this together, we can impact so many more kids. And so since God has spoken that word to us, we have become all about setting up programs from the villages to the city to help children stay safe from traffickers and to keep them and their families together. We have been doing village programs to help gardens grow, which are so successful right now. It's thrilled Dustin and I's heart. We've got multiple gardens going on right now in the village, and they are like booming. We're ready to do more. And in the city right now, we have been noticing there are so many children that are just abandoned. We don't know directly if all of them are orphaned, but the majority of them are. And a few of them do have parents, maybe a mom, a single mom usually. But in most cases where kids don't have a dad, they're basically orphaned because the money and the income is so tied with them having a father. And it makes sense that the Father God would care so much about these kids that nobody else really knows about or even is aware of, that he would speak to someone from the United States and put that heart in them to say, hey, rescue these kids. Do everything you can to fight for their life because I care about them and they're precious to me. And I just broke down and wept, and ever since I've been broken and I've been weeping over this. And so anyways, that said, this Christmas we're really trying to go to a new level of helping these kids. And that includes, we've started feeding them twice a week, but we gotta do more. You know, we gotta give them good food. We gotta give them quality protein, a healthy diet. Many of these kids are barefooted or they have holes in their shoes. They have very little warm clothing, if at all. And right now it's the winter months. It's gonna be freezing cold in some parts. And so it's just really on our heart. We gotta do something for them. And Christmas is here. And as you know, if you're an American watching this, in America we enjoy giving at Christmas. And I wanna ask you guys to please get involved with this. We're gonna help, and we're gonna search out every street child that we can find. And we wanna be able to just pour on them these gifts, love, food. We wanna be able to give them as much help and need during this time. And during this time, I know that you wanna give and that you wanna be a blessing to someone in need. And I'm asking you right now to just please pray and ask God what He would have you to give. And I know that He's gonna help you know what to give. And I feel like just those of you watching, God would have you give of your extra. God would have you give of what you have. Like literally maybe in your wallet right now, literally in your bank account, like what do you have that you can give? And Dustin and I've talked about this so often. We're like, you know, the amount of money that we spend on like our coffee can pay for a whole kid and their family's meal, like in these countries. So it doesn't take much. It just takes some focused effort. So I'm just asking you, like this Christmas season, just focus some effort and let's do something for these guys. We're believing for $7 grand to cover everything that we're gonna need on the ground. We're there to help and be a blessing. In the process, we're also launching a church ministry there locally so that every kid that we touch and every family that we touch in the process is going to be connected to the local church. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to all be tied together. And right now we feel like our main emphasis has to be to just love these guys. And I just, even when I go to bed at night, I just keep hearing the Father's heart, like, feed my kids, feed my children. And we've been seeking and asking God, like, how's the best way to go about this? It's a big problem, you know, trafficking these nations. How do we go about fixing it? And I think it all starts really simple. First, you gotta address the biggest need. These kids are hungry. These kids are naked. They need clothes. They need food. And we can do something about it. So I encourage you right now, go to our website, please, www.hasten.tv, and go to our giving page and commit either a monthly giving, because again, we do this regularly, but because it's Christmas, we want to do something extra extravagant. We want to be a little bit more in excess at Christmas time, because you know what? God gave us His only Son on this day, and that is what we celebrate, and He gave us His best. He literally gave us heaven's best. So I'm just asking you that in this Christmas season, please keep in mind, what is the best you can give to help somebody else experience God's amazing love and His beautiful gift. His gift of life He's given us through His Son, Jesus Christ. Well, I really hope that you guys are able to get behind this and able to be a part of this. Because again, I just want to remind you, in Matthew 24 it says, Jesus himself said that when you saw the naked and you clothed them, when you saw the hungry and you fed them, you're doing it to me. So I'm not just asking you as Darlene, I'm asking you, will you do it for Jesus? Will you help us feed his kids? Because in doing so, we're feeding Jesus. Thank you guys so much, and God bless.
Hasten is busy taking the gospel to the unreached and serving the suffering around the world. In Nepal, we're preventing human trafficking by caring for at-risk children, helping start community farms that provide income for struggling families, and by giving single moms education and jobs. We also respond to the natural disasters that are so frequent in the villages where we work. If Hasten TV has been a blessing in your life, you're invited to join the many Hasten partners in changing the world. Become a monthly giver by going to our website or by mailing your gift to the address on the screen. If you'd like to grow more in your giftings and callings, be sure to check out the products and resources on our web store. For more information or to inquire about inviting Dustin or Darlene to minister at your church or event, please email us at info@hasten.tv.